Hey guys, it's Lashette from Scarlet Moon Creations, and this is my June wrap up where I talk about the second group of the books I read in the month of June. Sprints, Surprise Sprints with Brandy Shanae. Yeah, so I have finished the book by K.A. Tucker, um, Forever Wild, the novella, and I gave it 4.5 stars. At the time of filming this, right now, I don't know what I'm going to do. I decided to check in with the Discord and the romance team chat, and I see people discussing with those who are working during the day and didn't have time to check in before now about what Faceoff Weekend gets us. The idea is to, like I mentioned before, read a certain number of books to get items, which I don't know that we get to find out what the items are. I decided to let that go. But overall, let's say like our team reads a lot of books, we would get GRC, which is the money in game in Amazing Readathon to travel with, which I can't say much about right this minute because I have not updated my personal spreadsheet, so I don't know. The thing is, I also have only just recently finished leg 2. I know what I want to read for leg 3, but it's not a short book. However, if it reads as fast as the last one did, it would count. Not count. It would take me 2 days roughly to read, which not bad. But that would like knock out the face-off weekend possibility. You see what I'm saying? I can't do any sightseeing because I have like 3, 4, and 5, and probably by the end of face-off week, like 6 to continue. There is the option to fast forward. I don't know that I want or need to do that. Now, I'm just here to pick my next book. Leg 3, the prompt is to read a book with movement in the title, and I picked Block Shots. Let me pull it out. By Kennedy Ryan. It's 450 pages or so. Book 2 in this series, the Hoops novel. And yeah, this would get me points for being romance book on top of the 450 points in total. So, that aside, then there's the short books I have. These are part of my personal project, my Shelf Destruct project, and they're, I have to return them very soon, actually. Whoops. 20th Century Boys volumes 5 and 6. These are manga and pretty deep manga, but yeah, like a little more text heavy than the average. However, These are special editions, so they have 2 manga volumes each, I believe. Anyway, this is volume 5 is almost 500 pages. It's a little over 400 pages. Just to give you an idea. I think I'm going to pick this up first, just because these 2 really need to go back to the library. I just don't know what for yet, so I guess we're coming back to discuss Face-Off Week. Good morning. I don't know how people do things while talking, like putting on their makeup, and I need to do my eye drops because I forgot to do it last night. Or I didn't. I was too lazy, and I woke up with irritated, teary eyes. And I had to use my eye balm. Anyway, so yeah, my eyelids are wet looking. That's why I put medication on them. Anyway, so with the clarity of morning, good sleep, I have decided, as I haven't even made it to Berlin yet, I should focus on my city books and face-off books, because the odds at this point, halfway through the month, that I will be able to do any sightseeing prompts are very low. So I will submit my short books for Faceoff Weekend for now and go from there. I'm currently reading 20th Century Boy Volume 5, and I should get through that relatively quickly. Excuse my morning voice. My Berlin book, The Movement, is Blockshot by Kennedy Bryan, I mentioned. However, this morning I am going to be foraging at the foodway. So, that worked really well for me, not last weekend, the weekend before, like the first and the second, with an audiobook. However, I don't normally do romance books on audio. I'll give it a try because I found it on Hoopla, but so yeah, we'll see how this goes. I don't know what I'm doing for the rest of the day exactly. I know the mornings, but I don't know what the plans are for the rest of the day. Wish me luck. Good evening, you guys. Here for a quick update. I just finished sprints on Izzy and Shay tonight. I finished Volume 5 of 20th Century Boys, the perfect edition, earlier today, and over halfway through Volume 6, perfect edition. So, yeah, we'll see about reading myself to sleep, but maybe I shouldn't because I am legit. I was falling asleep during that last sprint. So these are the to almost midnight sprints. Yeah, it is exactly midnight Eastern Daylight Time right now for me here. I had to remind myself, what's this? That these perfect editions are special editions, so they have 2 volumes of manga in each. So with the Forever Wild. I have read 5 books for Faceoff Weekend. And if that's it, that's it. I think that will be it. Since I didn't finish this last volume before I fall asleep, I was falling asleep during the last print. I was thinking maybe I might read Black Cloud Volume 2, which is another comic book that I have. And it's a shorter, quicker one, so maybe. Yeah, I don't wake up in time for Shay's sprints, the last for Face-Off Weekend, at 8 o'clock in the morning, roughly, hopefully. But in the meantime, I have submitted all 5 for Face-Off Weekend. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I feel like my Berlin book, which I will start tomorrow, hopefully I'll see how I feel when I wake up. Like, I could skip Black Cloud. I feel like I just want 6, an even number, and it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. My Berlin book I will start tomorrow, and we'll see how much I get through before we do Father's Day things, which I don't even know exactly what that will be yet. But I do know I will probably be cooking dinner. I downloaded the audiobook for Blockshot. Wish me luck. So I could at least start it. Well, I'm cooking. I said cooking dinner. Cooking breakfast. And we shall go from there. I'm tired, so, and I have to do a thing. But yeah, so bye-bye. Okay, so I have finished 6 20th Century Boys. Why did I start reading this? It was a recommendation from Elliot Brooks' husband, Chris. I could be wrong. He doesn't have his own channel, but he shows up enough on Elliot's channel, and he recommended like this manga, and I've been enjoying it. I just have not been in the mood to jump back into it, and I'm sucked right back into the story once again, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's me or the story. I'm having a hard time believing as much anymore. And the longer this mystery of who Friend is continues, the more I start to doubt that I will get a satisfactory ending. I think it's just prior experience with stuff like, I almost said holes. Lost, the TV show. Yeah. Not the worst ending in the world, so I hear, but not the best either. Like, please. So this series is by Naoki Urasawa and co-produced by Takashi Nagasaki. Translation by Akemi Wegmuller. So, a manga series. This is like a, I guess, well, no. So, I think on the Viz Media site, it says like a sci-fi adventure story, and this cover is really giving that, but this is just a mask. What the hell is this about? So this is about some kids in the 1970s who came up with a plan while they were in 6th grade on how to save the world in the year 2000, right? They came up with this whole idea of like bad guys and what they would do to try to destroy and or take over the world, and these kids came up with a plan to save them. Fast forward, and suddenly as adults with their regular lives or whatever, not superheroes or anything like that, the things that were in their plan start coming true in around the year 1999. So Kenji, the main kid, starts getting back in touch with his old classmates. Some he's still friends with, like less than a handful, but most of which, have gone on about their separate lives. To try to find out who this friend is that is taking over the world, and to stop them. So, yeah, you think, but it's so well written. Like, character wise, everybody is so somehow relatable. I was born in 1984, so not quite that old, but old enough to have parents who talked about the 70s and whatnot, in the 60s. So, but I'm here in the US. Different things. But again, having been, I think, a J-pop fan, a J-rock fan, anime and manga fan since I was a kid, thank you, Dad, has helped me learn some of the pop culture references in here. It doesn't date itself too much to real life, but it does date itself to things that happen in the story. So yeah, I'm hooked, but I'm also just like, more and more of their class is involved in this, and I'm just like, is this believable anymore? I don't know. But at this point, I'm literally halfway through the series, and so that's good because this was the second place in my manga bracket that I did 2 years ago now. So yeah, happy to read this. These are all Faceoff books. Faceoff Weekend for the Amazing Readathon. Giving these probably 3.5 stars each. Like, I want to say 4 stars, but like, every reveal comes with new mysteries, and I'm just like, I don't know. Then doubt starts to creep in more as well. So we'll see how it goes. I may change it later on. But yeah, I am on team romance, and things didn't end quite so well for us. Face-Off Weekend is done, and we came in 5th place out of 5 teams. But we came in first for the last city, which I don't remember what it is because I'm not out to that city. I am behind. So to get to Berlin, I had mentioned this in the past, but I have started Block Shot by Kennedy Ryan. This is book 2 in the Hoops trilogy, and I'm into it. I'm already 100 pages into it, even though it is Father's Day, and there will be some more activities coming, but I will let you know what it's about and my reading for it once I am done. Next, last book for Face-Off Weekend, Black Cloud. This is by Ivan Brandon and Jason Latour. We read volume 1 last year, I think probably for Realm of Comics Book Club, and though I gave it 2 stars, it left me unsatisfied with the ending. Like, I couldn't let it go, so I picked up volume 2. I didn't love this a whole lot more. Gave it 2.5 stars, 3 stars maybe, I don't remember. This was okay. I'm still confused about what exactly is going on, but this has a satisfactory enough ending that I'm like, okay, I feel like I finished something. This also, I guess, felt like it made a little more sense. So, volume 1, we have these people who can go between worlds or realms or dream states, or I don't know. I'm not sure. And one of them is Zelda. Uh, and she gets asked to, by a senator, basically, to pull his son, who is notoriously problematic, into another world or another dream state, whatever have you, temporarily while he is running. Oh wait, no, I think it's a mayor, politician, while they're running again for their seat, without the mother's knowledge, of course. So she does this, and then goes about her business, but things don't go as planned. Zelda has a past in these other worlds, and it's coming back to bite her in the ass. And this kid, this young man, I should say, is like the linchpin in all of this. So the story continues here, and I'm done with this. Thank God. So yes, that is the last book I will be talking about in this wrap-up thing. We're at the Longhorn Steakhouse of the... Oh wait, we're doing something with the legs. I don't... Oh.
The video? Yeah. Ooh, it's bright.
Oh, yes it is. Oh, that was funny. Right, Dad?
Yeah, that was funny.
Right, Mom?
We're still laughing about it.
Okay, so I'm back with an update. I'm not quite sure how to do. I think I'm about halfway through Blockshot. It is June 20th. Yeah. 442. So not quite exactly 50%, but close. Because 50% would be like page 220. I've made it roughly to 212. I'm considering DNFing this, and only this morning have I come to this consideration. 2 reasons. This is not bad. I knew, and I guess warnings for people don't. There was a possibility of cheating in this. There's all kinds of cheating, and I know that some people, romance readers, are like, that's a hard no for them. No cheating at all. Even like thinking about somebody else while they're in a relationship is a no. I wasn't sure. Growing up, it didn't really happen very often in the romance books that I read. There might have been a little bit of emotional cheating, and when I say a little, I mean like, oh, they're in a relationship and they're realizing they might be thinking about somebody else a little too much. So I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know if cheating bothers me or not. The past couple of days of not picking this up because of the dread, I've been considering maybe I do not like cheating in books. Then this morning, I watched the video, or I started watching a video from a booktuber I haven't in a while, and I just glanced down at the comments, and somebody was talking about how they feel validated by what the booktuber was saying, because sometimes they recently DNF'd a book because they did not like the male point of view in the romance, and sometimes having the male point of view gives them a strong ick factor. And I was like, okay, because before this, I would say that I appreciate having the male point of view a lot, Like, this is dual point of view, Banner and Jared. And I realize I'm not loving Jared. I like Jared, but I think Jared is triggering me. And, you know, you may roll your eyes, you may shake your head. I know some people are really like, everybody gets triggered by blah, 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 blah. It's not that big a deal to me. Like, this is not like, oh my god. But I have realized that it was lending some things to me not wanting to pick this up. Ultimately, I've been struggling, partially because I am enjoying this. Like, I was like, why am I not like flying through it like the other one in 2 days? I could not put it down. And technically, that book, the first book, was more triggering. Like, literally, there were content warnings in the beginning because of domestic violence, which was really violent. But I have not personally experienced domestic violence in that manner. And so, while I could be empathetic to an extent, it's not to this extent. I guess I do have some issues with the very confident man who's like, I'm gonna get what I want and no one's gonna stop me kind of thing. It does not lend well to the fact that this woman is already in a relationship with somebody who's like her best friend and a really nice guy. So I have a bad habit, and I realize I should do that bad book reader habits tag. But I have a bad habit when I really enjoy a book. I can't sit still long enough and read every word. I will skim ahead. Because I'm like, I want to know. And so I wound up kind of reading it twice. I skim ahead and then I wound up going back. So like, okay, Lashette, read the details, every word. So that's the other thing. I have gotten to almost halfway through this book, but a lot of skimming. I've been dreading the conversation that, what is her name? Banner has to have with her significant other about this dude, because he knows he exists, but he doesn't know about the connection that they have. Like, they went to college together and they had essentially a one-night stand, and like, even before we got to the idea of cheating, I was just like, this dude doesn't even know that you had basically a traumatic experience when you had sex with this person. So like, I was thinking about that. Like, how do you explain that to your significant other? You had a traumatic experience when you were younger, and that affects you now, even if Banner wasn't thinking about getting together with Jared. Like, let's say everything she believed about Jared that night was true. Like, this is her. They're both in the same industry. Now they're living in the same city. Like, before she didn't really have to deal with it. So not explaining to Zoe, her boyfriend, and best friend, somewhat made sense. But now it's just like, oh. Now you're seeing a lot of each other, and it keeps coming up, and the man is not an idiot. Like, there's some weirdness. So even just the idea of that conversation, I was just like tense for. Now, Banner knows that what she thought Jared did was wrong. And so I'm just like, well, now what? How do you... This is like in real life, something that I dread. Like, what if I'm with somebody and someone better comes along? Like, my brain just freezes. And we're not going to get into the underlying thought, the reasoning, or... Right? So hence me skimming, because they have great chemistry. And there's no bad guys in this. Well, there is, but that was in the beginning. Then, like I said, I saw that comment on their video, and I'm just like, oh, maybe I don't love Jared. And that's the problem. So, I forget what the options are for the Amazing Readathon when you want to DNS. Because it has been 4 days. It's not that I haven't read anything. I don't know if I've said this outright, but I do read fan fiction. And it's a lot easier to access. Very easy. For decades. So, I'm reading, but it ain't books. So yeah, can I push myself to 220? Because that is the new 213 is where she tells him, and I'm like, I don't know. It's 4 pages. No, it's 6 pages. And like homegirl is, like confronting her own. So I skimmed the last 40-50 pages. They do cheat, like sexually. There have been kisses, and now they've had sex. Without a condom. So now she has more to tell her significant other, and I'm just like, oh my god. Ugh. But I have to read 50 or 51% to count it for the readathon. There was just one other book, I think, that I could read for this particular prompt, for the city, the movement. And it's a fantasy that's as thick or thicker. So, and a debut author, so I don't know. I just want to get to my next books. I want to move on. So, I might come back to this. With all of this, I can't finish it right now. So we're DNFing this. And moving on. At some point I'll read those how many pages do I need to get to 220? I need to read 8 pages. So actually I'm gonna go now. I might read the Descent of Monsters or whatever have you from the Tensorate series, Neon Yang. I have to figure out what that page count is, and it would be significantly less than this, which would be 400 and something. But I would also have the bonus, the LGBTQIA plus. They are non-binary. The block shot, I was gonna get the romance bonus. This is not a romance, it's like fantasy. We'll see. I'll do the math and see. Is it worth the 8 pages or not? Okay, so the next city I need to go to is Paris, where this year's Olympics will be held. And so the prompt for the city of Paris is to read a book that has won an award. And I plan to read The City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. This is a book won in the Great Cities duology. I believe it's just going to be a duology. And I was like, I'm sure this has won awards. It's N.K. Jemisin. My copy doesn't have one on it, but thank you to Bree, the host of the Amazing Readathon, for mentioning you can find literary awards on Goodreads. And so this has won the Locust Award for Best Fantasy Novel in 2021, the British Science Fiction Association Award for Best Novel in 2020, the Audie Award for Best Female Narrator in 2021. So yeah, those are the awards it has won. It's also been nominated for a bunch of others, but those are the ones it has won. The reason I really wanted to get this into one of my picks is because this is going to shelf destruct in 6 months, and I've already had it out. I have renewed it, 10 times already, and that's the max you can do online without going in person and returning the book and then taking it out again. So want to get to this. I have high hopes. I have high hopes. This is like an ode to New York City, kind of fantasy, kind of sci-fi. I think everyone was saying fantasy, so we'll go with fantasy. Those awards. I have enjoyed N.K. Jemisin before, and I cannot wait to do this. I had low-key ideas of like reading sections in different boroughs of the city, and we'll see if I'm able to do that. I gotta work, which I do from home, and I'm not gonna catch up with the 10 to read all 10 cities this month, but I do like want to get to this, and I got some others. So yeah, as far as my shelf destruct, that is a video that is exclusive to my Patreon grapefruit tier. So if you want to see that and see how I came up with this whole thing of like library books shelf destructing, then check it out. In case you were wondering, also this is a really great map. I live in the Bronx up here. There's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island. These are the 5 boroughs. This is New Jersey over here. So yeah, I live up here. Hi, Buster. Oops, oh, look at that. Somebody else has come. Hi. Hi.
They're sweethearts. All the cats we have are sweethearts.
Oh, here too. Hi.
Who we got? This is Jackson. Who's my good boy, Jackson? Jackson's 100% pit bull.
Hi.
Yes, he's a good boy. This is about a Kilo. Kilo's 100% German Shepherd.
Oh my God, we had a
He's
German
gorgeous.
Shepherd. My grandmother had a German Shepherd, but I think he was like Kilo name.
Really? I guess it's a good name.
Hi.
This is Zena. Zena. She likes
Loud.
She likes to bite up the leash, and then she'll nip you. When we go home, probably get in trouble, so. And this is my big baby boy. Look at my big baby boy. Oh my gosh, I gotta give you a pet. I gotta give you a pet. Who's my baby? He's a big King Corso.
Oh, wow.
Sweetheart, biggest slobbery, dorkiest, best well-behaved dog ever.
So I wanted to give an update before I forget. I got to page 300 of Blockshot. So yeah, once I got through the confession of cheating, it was like, well, that was the thing I was dreading, right? I'm liking it better now, but I'm almost up to page 300 now, so I'm gonna do the full book and put in all of the pages plus the bonus. But now we've gotten to another sticking point. It's been said several times already, but I see the shot blocking happening, and I'm amused but annoyed. Wait, is the light on though?
We don't have any electricity hooked up in here.
Oh, so how are the lights on?
No. And with all these lights taken out.
I'm visiting my friend in Jersey. I'm in her bathroom right now. So, enjoying myself, but I'm probably going to listen to The City We Became some more on the way back, because it's easier. It'll be dark. It's almost dark now, and I don't love putting on the overhead reading light on the bus, so just listening will probably be best. 5 or 6 hours into that. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm getting a chunk of that done. The way this is going, I'll finish Berlin before Paris, which is the way it should be.
It was called the Daughters of Robertus, which...
Later.
Oh guys, this is Editing Lashette coming to let you know this is the end of the second vlog for the Amazing Readathon and the wrap up for June. I read a lot of books. I had a lot of thoughts. I was trying to keep it to just when I finished the books, but as you saw with Blockshot, I had some struggles, and participating in a competitive readathon like the Amazing Readathon meant I had to stop and consider my options and point breakdowns and all of that stuff. So there will be one more vlog and wrap up for June 2024 coming soon. I promise you. I'm editing that part now. So please like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you are new, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. Links in the description to all of the books I've mentioned and anything else. Links to my Etsy shop where I make all natural bath and body products for magical and mundane purposes. There's also links to my Storygraph and Goodreads accounts if you'd like to follow me there, and my Instagram and Twitter if you'd like to be my friend anywhere else as well. Thank you guys as always so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.